finds a new victim, and it's Pink Caddy flipping over easy. Oh, a big hit from Blown Delivery. Now, wait a minute. A sideways Iron Man? The unthinkable has just happened. Oh my! Cloud Cutter takes advantage of Lamelt's sideways positioning, flips Lamelt over. There were a lot of huge eliminations in the first half of the finals, and now we're gonna find out who's gonna be the big winner of it all. Welcome to Junkyard Joust, everybody. I'm Aaron Yonda. There are just 16 cars left in the match, 8 teams, some of them just hanging on by a thread with 1 car left. Lamelt, the Pink Caddy, and Iron Man, who some thought could never be eliminated, have now ruined their perfect records and are out. Sea Rescue Boat and Semi-Psycho still have a perfect record. Here comes round 4. We're diving right into it with the Purple Passion Woody, sponsored by Sloss Automotive Sachet and Buffet. The Copperhead's doing well with 4 cars left in the match right now. Indigo Ice Picks have 3. Sonic starting off, sponsored by Farty Marty. Sonic discombobulates the Woody, gets it curbside, and then locks itself back onto the track. The wildcard team Thunderlord still in at Captain America now, sponsored by Sid from Cybertron. Somehow Captain America forces its way under Sonic and flips Sonic over, a perfect flip. No recovery even attempted by Sonic, and the Woody hangs on. And we might have our first elimination of round 4 already. Jet Streak still has 2, Jet Threat 3, sponsored by Brendan Walsh. Jet Threat pushes the Woody back up on the ropes again and stays nicely slotted in. The Master of Spectacular Recoveries, Dune Crusher for the Alabaster Aces, sponsored by Wolf of Fiber Art. Dune Crusher bounces back off Jet Threat, and don't let that position fool you. I have a feeling it's not going to stay like that for very long. The final boat on Oops All Boat, Sea Rescue Boat, sponsored by Sicken. Sea Rescue Boat knocks Dune Crusher into a recovery, no surprise there, and then it starts to go up in the back of Jet Threat. They've only got Hammered Coupe left, but Crimson Crashers are still deadly, sponsored by Judy Collins. Oh, wow, Hammered Coupe does it again. Jet Threat 3 tossed off the track, turned over upside down like a pancake to cook on the other side. And Sea Rescue Boat has been pushed into an unrecoverable position unless there's some sort of miracle. That thing is stuck sideways on Evil Weevil. The last of the Emerald Undercurrent Phantasm, sponsored by Dr. Gonzo. Phantasm goes off the back of Hammered Coupe, dislodges Hammered Coupe, then flies off for a nice landing. Hammered Coupe, after that double elim, now in deep trouble. Semi-Psycho, sponsored by the Miskatonic Automotive Club. Semi-Psycho takes out Hammered Coupe, flips it over straight upside down, and eliminated. The Crimson Crashers were a favored team this season, but that might just be the end of their season right there. Skull Crusher for the Ice Pick, sponsored by Ellis Wurtenberger. Skull Crusher pushes Semi-Psycho a little bit sideways off the track. Doctor Strange has had a pretty good match so far, sponsored by Ellis Wurtenberger. Strange slams into the line. Skull Crusher gets booted off to the right, probably a recovery, and Semi-Psycho makes a nice sliding recovery off to the left. The rookie Cloud Cutter for Jet Streaks had a good match so far, sponsored by Judy Collins. Cloud Cutter tries to take Strange out, but Strange is not having it, just very relaxed, exit the track to safety. Shadow Jet 2 now for the Aces, sponsored by Bentley's Brakes and Bumpers. Shadow Jet tries to lift Cloud Cutter off the track, doesn't have enough impetus to do it, but Cloud Cutter is loose. Copperhead sending down Custom Dragster, sponsored by Brendan Walsh. Custom Dragster goes bounding off the back of Shadow Jet. This happens a lot with the back of that car, but Custom Dragster is great at these kind of recoveries. The one and only Power Rocket, sponsored by Hendrika's Heavy Hauling. Power Rocket bounces off the back of Shadow Jet as well. Cloud Cutter escapes to safety. Power Rocket not exactly in a great position, but not upside down. Final car of round 4, Chevy 1500, sponsored by Emo Dingo. The Chevy leaps off the track to the right of Shadow Jet, right behind Skull Crusher there. That is not beyond 45 degrees, so it looks like Skull Crusher and the Chevy are moving on. Looks like we've got 4 eliminations on the round, and we are going to lose 2 teams from this match. There's your eliminations for the round. Tough to see these teams go. Let's take a look at the aftermath. Crimson and Oops All Boats are out of the competition. Jet Streak lost 1. They've only got Cloud Cutter left. Indigo Ice Picks lost 1 and are down to 2. Everybody over here stayed steady. Big story right now, Copperhead's still at 4. We're down to 12 cars, round 5. Here we go, starting off with the Copperheads, who are really smashing it right now, literally. Can anyone slow them down? And an interesting move there by Dune Crusher, does not go flying off the track like usual. Maybe that surfboard in the back of the Woody kept it on the track. Skull Crusher pushes everybody back up to the front, and the line is created. A big hit from Captain America. Dune Crusher makes a nice recovery. It looked a little iffy for a second, but then Dune Crusher tilts it over, and Skull Crusher is looking pretty stable at the moment. Cloud Cutter takes it easy, locks it in nice and safe behind Captain America. Phastasm tries to get off the track to safety, which has worked well for that vehicle so far, but it can't get over Cloud Cutter's wings. It struggles and falls back. Semi-Psycho attempts a takedown, but Phastasm is too agile for that. Look at that quick spin and a landing, keeping Emerald in the match. Shadow Jet attempts to take Semi-Psycho out of the match. Can't do it. Takedown denied. Power Rocket goes hurtling off the back of Shadow Jet. Power Rocket loves to be in this situation. What a great recovery right there. We've seen it so many times. Cloud Cutter hanging on, a nice stable dismount, but that is a precarious position for sure. Classic recovery though by Power Rocket. Dr. Strange tries to take Shadow Jet out, can't do it, bounds off the back, almost gets it off the track. No eliminations yet in this round, and we've only got a few cars left. Custom Dragster slams through the line, and look at that, goes off the back of Captain America. There's no room for a recovery, and it gets stuck in a position that is definitely sideways. The Chevy plays it safe, but the Copperheads have finally been taken down a peg, losing the only car in this round, Custom Dragster. And things are starting to get tense as it really heats up here in the junkyard. The Copperheads come back to earth just a little bit, but they are still in the lead. Catching up with the crew of the Enterprise, they have taken down all the Junkyard Joust signs and they're just enjoying the match. The Klingons have been enjoying the chicken rings and onion wings. I think they're single-handedly keeping that food cart in business. Here comes round 6, starting off as usual with the Purple Passion Woody. 6 teams still in this. Oh, and a nice shunt by Captain America, and the Woody is in trouble, still on the track, but that's going to be a tough position to get back upright from. Oh, wow, now Dune Crusher goes sideways after a bad bounce off Captain America. It was bound to happen at some point. Dune Crusher's luck was not infinite. This could be a big loss for Alabaster Aces. Oh, Skull Crusher does a huge favor for the Copperheads and rights the Woody. The Woody balanced on top of Evil Weevil, but upright again. Phastasm does not get much action, succeeds in pushing the Woody all the way off the track. That is certainly going to be a safe spot to be in. Cloud Cutter tosses Phastasm off the track, and look at Phastasm in this match so far. A car that did not show much signs of life throughout the season, but came alive here, keeping Emerald going. Semi-Psycho, a little boop on Cloud Cutter, and stays locked in. Dr. Strange shovels Semi-Psycho off the track. Semi-Psycho tripped up and turned over upside down. No recovery yet. And will it be able to recover, or will Copperheads lose another one? Shadow Jet tries to take out Strange and Cloud Cutter, maybe a little too ambitious, and it doesn't really do much good. Dr. Strange actually drives backwards and locks it back in. Oh, and Strange is going to regret not getting off the track when he had the chance. He gets hung up on the back of Shadow Jet, which is proving a big obstacle for a lot of vehicles in this match. Tossed over on top of Dune Crusher upside down, and that's going to be a potential elimination for the Thunderlords. The final car of the round, the Chevy tries to do some damage, can't quite get anything to happen. Big round for eliminations. No teams eliminated in this round, but 3 vehicles are out. The field is getting thinned down considerably. Semi-Psycho, Dune Crusher, and Dr. Strange are out. Ice Picks and Jetstreak did not lose anyone this round. Copperheads lost 1, Alabaster lost 1, and the Thunderlords lost 1. We've got 2 teams with 2 cars left, 4 teams with 1. Round 7, here we go. Purple Passion Woody starting us off. Skull Crusher tries to take down the Woody, can't do any damage, and backs off. 8 cars left in the competition as Captain America squeezes Skull Crusher off the track. Crusher zooms over to the sidelines to escape safely. Shadowjet can't get under Captain America, as we know, but now the back of Shadowjet comes into play. Cloud Cutter handles it deftly and stays locked into the track for the moment. Phantasm clips the wings on Cloud Cutter and pushes it off the track to a sideways position, but then also goes sideways itself. Cloud Cutter then flips over upside down, and that could be 2 eliminations. Phantasm may have just taken itself out and also taken out Jetstreak in the process. We might have just lost 2 teams as the Chevy tries to get up on top of Shadowjet but can't manage it. Shadowjet is curbside. Power Rocket, a pretty gentle shove of the Chevy off the track. Chevy does not get flipped over. That was the last car of the round. We are going to see 2 teams exit the competition in this round. Phantasm and Cloud Cutter are out. That leaves us with only the Ice Picks, the Aces, the Copperheads, and the Thunderlords in the match. 10th through 5th place have now been decided. Crimson dropping from 4th all the way back to 8th. Jetstreak dropping from 2nd back to 5th. The Sea Rescue Boat, which was on Shark Attack last season, made it all the way to 5th place. On the Oops All Boats team, only 7th. Still, that's pretty consistent. All right, back to the action. Round 8. Here we go. Indigo Ice Pick starting us off with Skull Crusher this time. Copperhead's following it up with the Pink Passion Woody. These 2 teams now equal with the number of cars left in the match. Shadowjet has the Bloodlust but can't get underneath the Woody. Captain America offers a huge helping hand and Shadowjet gets under the Woody. Woody just takes it and flips right over. No problem. Avoids the over easy curse that haunts so many vehicles, and what a great recovery. Power Rocket knocks Skull Crusher off to safety. You don't want to eliminate your own teammate. And the Chevy bounces off of Power Rocket, goes sideways. No eliminations in this round. Well, we all know what that means. We're going to increase the speed on the next round. The cars will be going down faster, and we're going to try to get some eliminations. Here we go, round 9. Skull Crusher starting us off again at a faster speed down the hill. Purple Passion, a bigger hit than usual, knocks Skull Crusher off, but Skull Crusher showing some amazing balance in this match so far. That car has been rock solid. Shadowjet able to get a little bit more action with the increased speed, but cannot get the elimination. Whoa, what a slam from Captain America. The big vehicle definitely getting some good action here. Shadowjet is flipped over into the safety area, but it is not safe for Shadowjet. Upside down. Woody makes a great recovery again. Wow, that could be it for Alabaster, everybody. Power Rocket. And what just happened? Somehow Captain America just saved Shadowjet from elimination with that strange impact. Wow, he flipped the front of it over and Shadowjet might just survive the round. Very unpredictable, the Junkyard Joust. As the Chevy stays locked in the track, knocks Power Rocket off, and again, no eliminations, but wow, that was a close round. These 6 cars showing some serious abilities in this match, and we're going on to the next round with the speeds increased again. Skull Crusher hurtling down the track for round 10. Followed up by an even faster hit from the Woody, and Skull Crusher again taking it, no problem. And now there's going to be a really big hit from Captain America. Ooh, a narrow escape there for Skull Crusher, getting pushed over on Evil Weevil, but managing to land it upright. And the Woody taking some abuse, but staying alive for the moment. Shadowjet launches Captain America, and the Woody escapes to safety yet again. So many solid recoveries by the Woody, and I don't think anyone's managed to get Captain America off the track yet in this match. Power Power Rocket boosts into the back of Shadowjet. Shadowjet knocks backwards off Captain America, and the increased speed has taken a victim. Shadowjet getting tossed off the track upside down. Will it have a miraculous recovery? This time it's going to be a lot harder. All Alabaster's hope depend on this hit from the Chevy. The Chevy knocks Power Rocket for a loop, but Power Rocket takes it like a champ. Shadowjet does not make a recovery, and the Alabaster Aces are no more. It seemed like the writing was on the wall for Shadowjet, and Alabaster, who got third in the finals last year, gonna get fourth this year. And now we are down to the top 3 teams. Copperheads and Ice Picks both at 2. The wild card team, the Thunderlords, guaranteed at least 3rd place in this match. Skull Crusher starting us off in round 11. We're getting closer and closer. I wonder how long Evil Weevil is going to stay on the track here. And a great hit by the Woody pops Skull Crusher up in the air, and Skull Crusher lands it yet again. This car really showing it has some value here, up to a height of 6. I think Skull Crusher's recoveries have been even more impressive than Power Rocket's in this match. And again, a massive hit from Captain America, but the Woody just handles it. Power Rocket manages to stay locked into the track. And even at the increased speeds, the Chevy can't quite do any damage to Power Rocket. Looks like your job is done for today, Evil Weevil. The track buffer will be leaving the track. Cars can now go backwards because it's that time again. No holds barred. Skull Crusher hits the safety rail at full speed, bounces backward, goes curbside way back down the track. This is not a good position to be in general. And the Woody attempts a takedown, but wow, Skull Crusher makes another fantastic recovery, bouncing backwards over the top of the Woody, bouncing off the track to a successful survive. Captain America tries again with no buffer. The Woody flounders with that rebound off the safety rail and cannot recover. A huge loss for the Copperheads, and the Thunderlords have to be pleased. Could be a remote chance of a recovery if Power Rocket's not careful here. Ooh, a brutal slam from Power Rocket, and look at this, Captain America turns sideways after a tough rebound, and now the Thunderlords are in trouble. Here comes the Chevy. The Chevy smashes into Power Rocket. Power Rocket gets tangled up with Captain America, but makes a recovery. Chevy stays alive. Captain America is definitively upside down and out. And that'll take us down to 2 teams in the match. Captain America eliminated for the Thunderlords, and they get 3rd place after barely making it into the finals. What an achievement. Now the Indigo Ice Picks have the upper hand with 2 cars remaining. The Copperheads only the Chevy. Round 13, here we go. Skull Crusher starting us off again. And the Ice Picks have decided to send Skull Crusher down backwards. Wow, what a bounce off the rail. Skull Crusher now in a great position. Could the front of Skull Crusher serve as a ramp? The Chevy punches Skull Crusher back down the track, not taking any sort of ramp. A little wobbly, but manages to lock it back in. Power Rocket's got a chance to strike here. A little 2-on-1 action, but the Chevy handles it nicely and escapes. No elimination, so it's time for another round. Power Rocket deciding to go down backwards, maybe gonna try to create a ramp with the front of that car. And wow, that did not work too great. Could not control it and went curbside. The Chevy tries to take advantage of it, but Power Rocket is too savvy, flipping around and sliding all the way up to the crates. Successful recovery. No dice there for the Copperheads. Skull Crusher tries to jam the truck, but it jumps off the track and survives. So back to the top of the hill for another round. If the Ice Picks win this season, they will be the first 2-time champions in Junkyard Joust history. Skull Crusher trying backwards again. The Chevy, a very straightforward hit, and it just pops Skull Crusher over the safety gate. This is exactly what Copperheads needed to happen for them to have a chance in this match. Can Power Rocket save his comrade? Power Rocket does not manage to save Skull Crusher. Skull Crusher falls back into the safety area, and the Chevy bounces up to a safe recovery. Wow. The Chevy finishes off Skull Crusher, who really put in a Herculean effort in this match. And now we are down to 1-on-1. Power Rocket versus the Chevy. You can call it unexpected, you can call it impressive, whatever you call it. Here we go, it's the final showdown. Randomness has determined that Power Rocket will go down first. Power Rocket decides to go down backwards again, probably a good decision. And a slow backing up to the safety rail. This could be a good, solid position to take down the Chevy. Powerful hit by the Chevy, and Power Rocket goes up into the safety area right where Skull Crusher was eliminated. The Chevy hurls itself into the crates and still makes a recovery. Wow. Now they will alternate going first. The Chevy starts out this time. Chevy deciding to go down forward. Doesn't want to take the chance of going down backwards. Power Rocket tries to knock the Chevy out, but look at that amazing bounce all the way back on the track and then slides off. Yet another successful recovery. These two vehicles playing cat and mouse. Power Rocket up first now. Backwards again, ends up about a third of the way down the track this time after some driving back and forth. And the front of Power Rocket works as a ramp. The Chevy flies up in the air, oh so high, bounces all over the place, reaches a height of 7 before it finally crashes to the ground and somehow makes another recovery. Both of these cars, amazing agility. Chevy up now first. The Chevy bounces and goes all the way back, then comes way back down again. One of these cars has to eliminate the other one before this match can end, and we will go as long as it takes. Power Rocket smashes into the Chevy, but not enough force this time to make anything happen. Again, nobody eliminated. Power Rocket up first this time. Both of these cars doing a great job of staying on the track at these high speeds. Power Rocket takes its place up towards the front. Gonna try to get some more ramp action from the Chevy. The Chevy pushes Power Rocket. Oh, look at this! Power Rocket gets flipped off the track and doesn't roll over. That hit looks similar to how the Chevy eliminated Skull Crusher, and not enough force for Power Rocket to recover, and unbelievable, the Copperheads have won the Junkyard Joust Finals. There was so much talk about all the teams everybody thought would win this competition, but I don't recall the Copperheads being one of the teams that people were talking about. But now everybody's gonna be talking about the Copperheads, the new champions of the Junkyard Joust. And congratulations to them, a hard-earned victory, a lot of teamwork, a good strategy that paid off, a legendary team that will return next season along with the Ice Picks and the Thunderlords to face a whole new crop of competitors. Also important, we're gonna crown an MVP for this season. If there was one car that showed itself to be a serious competitor at the Joust this season, it was Spider Machine, getting its team to the finals where then they got third. Spider Machine basically took out an entire team to get them here. Congrats to Spider Machine, most valuable player for this season. Also a big congratulations to the patrons whose vehicles made it to the top 3 remaining vehicles. Ellis Wertenberger with Skull Crusher, Hendrika's Heavy Hauling with Power Rocket, and the Chevy 1500 that was sponsored by Emo Dingo. The next season is about to start. If you'd like to get in on the ground floor and sponsor a vehicle, head over to patreon.com/junkyardjoust and check it out. The next event before the new season starts is going to be a special event. The Super Crashers are looking for a new team, so more than 30 super fast cars are going to compete to be on the Super Crashers team for next season. Thank you to all my patrons for making this show possible. Thank you to Jesse, AJ, Tony, and DEADMAXX. And thanks to all of you for watching. This has been Aaron Yonda, and I'll see you next time on Junkyard Joust.